Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to this unseen video and happy teabagging Tuesday. I hope you managed to get in all your favorite teabagging activities for Teabagging Tuesday. Obviously, we will take a look as to some of you out there might not have heard that it was Teabagging Tuesday. We will look into that a little more as we get into the video. So something to stick around for, I'm sure you can agree. But we're going to start with this. We're going to start with Liv Morgan. She's not been doing any teabagging. But USA Network have said there have been a few bumps in the road, but the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour isn't over yet. And Liv Morgan said, not even close. Right here, look, we've got Bully Ray. Do you believe in Cody? Question, right? He was gathering data for Busted Open Radio. And Paul Heyman got in touch. Heyman said, Dear Bully Ray, I believe in Cody, but that doesn't cloud my analysis that he will never dethrone my tribal chief, Roman Reigns. So that's interesting. Oh, look at this. Look at this. So there is Jackie, yeah, with Jay. Camera pans. There is Drew. Camera goes back. Jackie's gone. Jackie's gone. She's done that John Cena trick. Look at this. She's right there. Right there. Standing right there. Staring at Drew. Look. All good. Drew just comes into shot. The camera goes back. She's completely gone. Completely gone. And she says here, look, no one gets out of Dodge before the fisticuffs faster than this girl. Fair play. Oh, and fair play here as well. So just Dave now, shout out to you. Chad Gable has put this amazing video out of him working out and talking about how this means so much more to him. This apparently was filmed over the holiday periods and didn't get shown for whatever reason. But obviously now we're getting closer to WrestleMania. It feels like Chad Gable is in the mix. And he's just talking about how Gunther upset his family, upset his fans, upset him. And this just means more. So we see clips of what happens. We see him working out. We see his daughter getting upset. It's really good. It's shot really, really well. And there we go. The kind of closing image, if you will. So to me, it just means more. I wasn't just randomly reminded of this last night. I wanted to share a piece that we made back during the holidays. So Chad Gable has had this on his mind and just wanted to share this. It's really good. If you get a chance to watch it, check it out. So just Dave now, shout out to you. Maurice Knight, thank you. So here, look, Wrestle Talk saying The Miz legitimately had to crawl out of a hole, cut into the door after being trapped in the room. So do you remember he was trapped in that room backstage? We spoke about it on yesterday's Unseen. Here is him getting out of that room, crawling through a hole that they've had to cut out in the door. What I don't understand is how are we seeing this? Because I don't think there was anyone else in the room. So who took this picture? I mean, I'm wondering if it's like a CCTV camera, right? Because this is clearly the moment he's about to crawl out. You can see someone's feet on the other side. But who took this picture? It's all a bit Twilight Zone, isn't it? It's all a bit spooky. This was good, Kojiko. Shout out to you. So basically, Logan went on Twitter. I think was it Twitter or TikTok, and put a little clip out where he was saying, "You're welcome, Drew. Like, I'm not sure why you're saying that you won the chamber, acting like you won it on your own. I seem to recall some brass knucks and me knocking out Randy Orton. And you also said you walked out. And here's a picture of the end of the match, and it's got both Randy and Drew down. And the only person that's walking out is Logan Paul. So he's basically saying, you're welcome. And Drew responded by saying, I see your brother got all the talent and the brains. Admittedly, it's a very low bar. So Drew having a shot there at Logan, but also a little dig at Jake as well. I can appreciate that. Admittedly, a very low bar. Very nice. Oh, this is good. So, Cal, thank you. So, Rob Fee, who we believe was brought in to kind of work directly with Bray, he moved to Florida to work directly on every aspect of people's characters. And now he is WWE's director of character development. That is his new position. So Rob Fee is still with WWE, and he has now got that as his official position, director of character development, which is amazing. What an amazing position to have. Your job is to flesh out the characters in WWE. I mean, it's a dream job, isn't it? I'd imagine there's a lot of people hitting up Rob Fee, asking how they can be his assistant, how they can get into creative. So, yeah, he is a very important man in the WWE creative machine. Right, Dave in real life, thank you. He said, I'm loving this. The real AJ enjoying his time in the limelight. So here's the account of this dude, this security guy. So, you know, the suspended New York Police Department cop, right, that came down with Heyman on Raw. Well, this is his account, and he said he's blown away by the reaction, and he said he'll have more information, but not right now. And I went on to his account. He's not like a wrestler. He is a broadcaster, a host. Seems like he has done stuff with wrestling, though. It looked like he won like a Rock promo challenge competition back in the day. And so, yeah, I think he might be a bit of a local sort of celebrity if he's a media person and like a broadcaster. And so he got used in this role. So just thought you'd be interested to know who one of those suspended cops really was. Right, Jordan, thank you. Wrestle Purists reporting this from PW Insider that Drew did legitimately rupture his eardrum. You might remember during the promo, he said that he had ruptured his eardrum. And then, like, you know, he went into lay into CM Punk. Turns out he actually did, according to PW Insider. So that's amazing. Oh, this is fun. I want to show you this. We'll whoosh this in, shall we? This is fun. I mean, it's not fun for the guy, but it's fun for us. So here, look, they're fighting. This is the street fight on Raw, but I believe as shot by someone in the crowds. So here you can see Ludwig and Kofi battling away. Kofi reaches over here, right? He goes over, he grabs a beer and hurls it at Ludwig. And this let me pause it. This P West management said, you owe me a damn beer. And Kofi said, my bad, homie. I've got you next time we're here. So Kofi promising this guy that he'll sort him out with a beer because he did take the one that he had during the show, which is pretty fun. Hey, talking of something else that's fun, look at this. This is a lot of fun. I'll play it.
Chelsea, thoughts on tonight's match?
Thoughts? What do you think my thoughts are? I issued a formal complaint with management and I nearly died. I nearly died out there.
Does Raquel have your number?
My number?
I love this.
To do what?
To do what?
To do what?
To do what?
What kind of stupid question is that? Who hired you guys? Who hired you? You, especially you.
Would you take any accountability in tonight's loss?
Is that the last question? Are we done? Are we done?
Amazing. Do you know what? That bit where she goes, who hires you guys? Who hires you? I feel like all of us think that when we have to listen to those presser conferences. You know, after a premium live event and the question is, Bailey, are you pleased you won the Royal Rumble? Right? Like this really super obvious question that's got a super obvious answer. I feel like we need to break this out in those moments where we've got the little clip that's like, who hires you guys? Who hires you? A lot of people enjoyed this, and they said, really can't wait to see how she reacts when she wins. So a lot of people hoping that this is going to be the start of like Chelsea doing her own press conferences after her matches. So yeah, brilliant. A lot of fun that. Eric, thank you. Right, we've got loads of information here. I don't really want to drown you in this stuff, right? I mean, there's lots and lots of stuff. I mean, the headlines are WWE sold out 9 premium live events in 2023. Apparently, WWE UFC achieved their best years ever. Revenue was $382 million between September and December last year, right? I have got some other information actually from, I think Wrestling Observer reported it. So it says that, the revenue was 1.326 billion, which was up from 1.29 in 2022. And apparently that growth is due to live event revenue, so money they're making from live shows, media rights, and also sponsorship. That money is up as well. But they have had a little bit of a decrease with license agreements. So people that want to make WWE products, there's just been a little decrease there. So I thought that was quite interesting. And obviously it says that their revenue at 382. Bottom line is really good numbers coming out for WWE and UFC. So very, very encouraging stuff. The other thing to be aware of is that there is a problem. There is a problem here with Raw because apparently the deal with USA Network ends at the end of September. The deal with Netflix starts in January of 2025. There is 3 months, 90 days where we don't know where Raw is going to be shown. Right now, we don't know, right? So they are working on it. It says we intend to renew our license or find an alternative provider to carry Raw in the US for 90-day period, right? So there's a bit of work to be done there. It will be sorted. I've no doubt about that. But they couldn't give us any concrete answers as to what was going to happen with it. So that's definitely something that needs to be resolved. So loads of information. You can find that. Those are the headlines, though. Right, we've got this as well. So new promotional shots of The Rock in gear. You can't see anything more than this at the moment. It's just like a hype package. In fact, they might have shown it during Raw. It was kind of advertised in Smackdown this Friday. The other thing as well is not only do we have Rock and Roman, there are reports that Cody Rhodes could be on Smackdown this Friday. Smackdown on Friday, unmissable. Unmissable. Oh, I'm going to play this. This is sad. You suck, Maxxine. Don't come back. Don't come back. This poor girl is getting booed at a house show for trying to get better. Wrestling fans suck. So, Billy, thank you, King Kota Movement. So, it is disappointing. You suck, Maxxine, and people saying don't come back and all that kind of stuff. Fair play to her, though. You know, she thanks the crowds, recognizes the crowd, and then goes to the back. So, I mean, that is just part of the wrestling game, isn't it? If you pay your money, then you can boo who you want. You can cheer who you want. Like, that is your right. You know, obviously there's a line, and you can't cross that line. But no one says that you have to cheer the baby faces and boo the heels. I mean, we were doing plenty of booing of Roman Reigns when he was a face. And there was people doing plenty of booing of John Cena as well. But that does feel a bit harsh. That feels like, I could imagine she would take that quite hard. So I do feel for her, you know. But listen, you got to have a tough skin in this game. Got to have a tough skin. Right, we are done with WWE. Oh, man. Got to go to the big news, haven't we? Shawn Spears. Shawn Spears. So, Tyler Breeze, James, thank you, says lots of tens. Lots of tens, right? So, Tyler Breeze with a 10. This is fun as well. So Kenny, for your thoughts, said, please, no one let HBK know that Shawn Spears is back. And that's because of this very famous clip where that is Shawn Spears backstage as an extra, and he gets super kicked. I think was his name Stan. I think Shawn goes up to him and says, what's your name? And I think he said his name was Stan, and Shawn just super kicks him. So that is pretty fun to think that Shawn is the one that's now in charge of NXT, and Shawn will be the one, I'm sure, that has played a part in bringing Stan back, Shawn Spears back. So yeah, very good. Cody Rhodes says 10 as well. There was lots of 10s doing the round. So Eric, thank you. Peyton Royce says home sweet home at Shawn Spears at WWE NXT. Amazing. And Fade said hide to Cody in response to Cody putting the 10 tweet out, because obviously there is a history in AEW with Shawn Spears and Cody. They were in a bit of a feud, and yeah, amazing. So Jess, shout out to you, bud. Thank you. Shawn Spears, the chairman. I must admit, I don't quite understand. I mean, he is 43, I think we looked at. That is definitely at a point in your career where you probably don't have many years left. You know, when you get into your early 40s, your career is kind of catching up with you. You're getting injuries. It's where like you are a bit more injury prone. You know, your body is aging, simple as that. You are past that kind of 40 mark, getting towards your mid 40s, and your body is not where it was 20 years before, you know? So to bring him back is a real surprise. There was no rumors of it, caught everyone off guard. An incredible moment. And I do think he's got something to offer. I mean, it's a lovely link back to the black and gold era. But the point was made during the live stream. What if the plan is to have him work as a producer? What if the plan is to have him work as a trainer? And what if the plan is that we're just going to get a little bit out of him in front of the camera, but really it's also behind the camera that he's going to be of benefit as well? So, yeah, I don't hate this at all. I really like Ty Dillinger, actually. I must admit, I didn't like Shawn Spears in AEW. I mean, I wouldn't want to paint a picture that's not accurate. I was not really taken with what he was doing. Maybe some of that was the booking. Not sure. It'd be very interesting to see how he gets used. But when he was Ty Dillinger in NXT, I was a fan. And I think we all remember when he came out at number 10 at the Royal Rumble, and like the whole arena was doing the 10 thing, you know. He was quite over at one point. So let's see. You know, it was a lovely surprise, and even though I can't quite figure out why we've brought him back, I think there are definitely good reasons to do it. So I'm excited to let's see where it leads. And I'm not the only one that's excited, because Matt Cardona has put a 10 out there at Shawn Spears. This was the moment, and Ava said this is a 10 out of 10 surprise, if you ask me. See what she's done. So we think as well that this is the person that's been behind the writing, because the font is seemingly the same, and it was all written on the walls. Obviously, we didn't know where this was going to lead, but it is that font. And it is kind of written all over the wall, all over the entranceway, look. And it ultimately led to the lights being out, and boom. They called him Shawn Spears as well on commentary. And he had a chair. He is the chairman. That bit there, I think it's like this bit here. I did think to myself, is that Ricochet? I was thinking, is it Ricochet? But no, we get this amazing moment where he pulls it back, and there is Shawn Spears, Ty Dillinger. But as we said, it looks like it's going to be Shawn Spears this time around. Corey Graves with a 10 as well. So a lot of people excited by this, you know, and I love the fact that we were just all caught off guard by it. You know, there was absolutely no one expecting that to go the way that it went, and I do love that. Alex, shout out to you. Joe Mashups said Bron Breakker in Madden 2021 looks crazy. Now, I'm guessing that what they've done is gone into the game, found Bron Breakker, and this is the character model that's there. Now, I don't know that this is probably just a generic character model, because I can't see the resemblance. And 2021 was not that long ago. So, I don't know, I can't quite see the resemblance, but apparently this is the character model in Madden NFL 2021. So, yeah, crazy. Right, yes, of course, massive news, Cal, thank you. So, according to a Wrestling Observer newsletter, and everyone's talking about this now, Tama Tonga is heading to WWE. This is the person that I think a lot of us thought was behind that writing, that Three Faces vignette, but seemingly not. But seemingly, he is still on his way. He is still coming to WWE. This is going to be a very interesting signing. I think he will link up with the Good Brothers, and you know what the future holds for him, I'm not sure. He is also someone that I think is in his early 40s, so I don't know. Perhaps WWE are looking at the landscape, thinking they just need a bit of experience. There probably is quite a lot of young talent that's come through. They probably could do with some people that have been there, done it, got the t-shirt, you know. So yeah, it's exciting. This is a very interesting signing for WWE. James, thank you. Gigi Dolin is starting to get real annoyed around here. Obviously, I think was it Ariana Grace interfered in her match, so she's getting a bit frustrated now. Brady, thank you. See you soon. So this we think is going to be Sol Ruka. Sol Ruka has been doing house shows. She is back from injury, and obviously she's got that kind of beach surfer girl vibe, so it would make a lot of sense that this is Sol Ruka. This is weird. Look, like just a little video clip that Tatum Paxley has put out. This was, I don't know if this was before or after or during NXT, but yeah, this was just a little video clip that was on social media. Obviously, these two are going to be teaming together as they compete against the Kabuki Warriors for those women's tag titles next week. I mean, next week's NXT looks awesome. There's some great shows coming up. So, Brady, thank you. Brady said Luca used a crowbar. We know some other people who use crowbars, and it is true. He did use a crowbar. So he walloped, I think, Dijak with it, and then he put it back kind of down there. So it is true, like the family, Tony, Stax, you know, they've used crowbars before. And actually, I think Luca would work really well with them. So it would make perfect sense to put him as Tony's lawyer. I don't really know why they've not done it, but I agree. I could see things going that way. Look at this. Watson said, I thought Melo's fit looked familiar. So there's Carmelo in his attire from this evening. There is Bailey at SummerSlam. So even Bailey has responded saying, nice fit, dog. So it even caught Bailey's eye as well. So there we go. Carmelo Hayes is taking inspiration from Bailey. Do you reckon he'll wear those trousers that had the slits cut in? Do you reckon he'll be wearing them next? Do you reckon next week he'll come out, he'll have wacky inflatable Carmelo buddies? I'd love it now if he's got like his own Izzy and everything. It'd be the best. The best. So Watson, thank you. Shawn Spears says, I'm back. So there we go. Shawn Spears has sent a message out. And Vin said, lock Roxanne Perez up. We're just seeing all the backstage brawls that Roxanne has been involved in recently. Ava says, I'm trying. So Ava desperately trying to get Roxanne under control. Hey, look at this as well. Alexa Bliss Gamer in our community putting this out, and it got retweeted, I believe, by Lyra Valkyria, right? So next week we will get new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. So Alexa Bliss Gamer, Brady, making up this graphic and catching the attention of, I think it was Lyra. It was either Lyra or Tatum. One of them retweeted, but very, very cool. Here's Noam Dar saying that what happened tonight didn't happen, right? Did not happen. He did not lose that Heritage Cup. I mean, he did, and it definitely did happen, but in his mind, it didn't happen. Dijak said, be right back. I'm going to study my Dean Ambrose tapes. And that's because next week there is an Asylum match. You might remember we've done this before, the Ambrose Asylum. It's basically a cage match. And above the cage are weapons dangling above the cage that you can climb the cage, get the weapon, and then use it. We have done it before. This was, I want to say, Ambrose Jericho feud in an Ambrose Asylum match. It's obviously not called an Ambrose Asylum match this time. It's just Asylum match, but should be a lot of fun. Joe Gacy as well said, I'm not locked in with you. You're locked in with me. This is going to be a really fun match next week. This is like, Dijak shines in these kinds of matches, so I'm really looking forward to it. Tatum Paxley said, we will be together forever, and she will become a double champion. So Tatum Paxley reacting to the news that these two are going to team together and take on the Kabuki Warriors next week. Next week's NXT looks amazing. Edris Enofe said, so what now? Because obviously Enofe and Blade coming up short tonight in their match against Gallows and Anderson. So she's tagged Brinley Reese. She's tagged Malik Blade, asking the question, what do we do now? And I like this as well. This was from WWE Gareth, who has put this graphic out saying Shawn Spears is hashtag all WWE. With the bricks in the background, so it's a take on the All Elite AEW announcement. Well, here we've got him signing with WWE. We've got a hashtag All WWE announcement. And this was a savage line, man. Look at Jada's face. So World Star never mentioned your name. So there was a lot of talk about World Star mentioning or showing Jada Parker last week following her appearance. But Gigi just pointing out they never actually mentioned your name. They might have been impressed with you, but I'm not sure that they were that impressed. They were impressed maybe with parts of you. Let's leave it that way, shall we? Right, 2K. Look at this. Mental in it. Kayla Braxton said, I've always been told I talk with my hands, and that definitely reflects here. It does, doesn't it? Jeff said, this is the first look at Kayla Braxton and Byron Saxton. I was more excited about the bump. I don't care about them too. I mean, I don't know if we've had the bump on previous games, but I was like, damn, look at the detail of the background. Looks amazing, like the little figures and the belts and all that kind of stuff. Like, they've done an amazing job. So, yeah, the bump is in the new game. And this is a little clip of Kayla and Byron. So, Jeff, thank you. And apparently the first look at Dashing Cody Rhodes and Stardust. So, we don't really show off the character models, but I thought you'd be interested in these because they are Cody related. Right, we done. Vince, we'll get the Vince one out of the way. There's not much here. So, yeah, this is interesting. Rob Van Dam says that he's expecting to hear something about Vince and the Mafia. And what he says is, back in the day in New York, you couldn't run anywhere in New York without running it past the Mafia first. And he says that he knows there was connections there, right? And he even said that if you read that lawsuit, in the texts that were being sent, allegedly from Vince to Janelle Grant, it says, you know, if you don't do as I say, you know, I know people, right? He said a lot of people are looking at that thinking he's talking about lawyers. And Rob Van Dam's just sort of questioning, is he talking about lawyers? Or does he know some other people? So I don't know. It's all just speculation, isn't it? But it was interesting. It was interesting. Imagine if it does turn out he's been working with the Mafia as well. Right. They outright mentioned Vince today during the TKO financial update. They say they'll have to see what's going on with his TKO stock. He's not given them any indication of what he's going to do. I mean, in all fairness, he's probably got a lot of other stuff on his plate at the moment. So, yeah, that's the Vince stuff. Not loads in there. Did we do WWE? We did. We started with that. Oh, that's good. That's good. Right, let's have a look in the fun folder then. I don't know if we've got low. Oh, we have got a bit, actually. Botched eye surgery comes up with... I love botched eye surgery. Finds such interesting, funny little memes and stuff. Like, look at this. WWE out of context. I feel like this deserves to... Oh, it's not a good one to start with, is it? But this is just out of context images, right? We're not going to give any context to these, but this is what we enjoy watching, basically. So, I mean, that is peak entertainment to me. That is. I don't think any picture's getting better than that. Brilliant. I mean, I feel like that speaks for itself. I really do. I think that speaks for itself. So, Sasha Banks, or as you might know her, Mercedes Moné. So, there she is. And, yeah, why not? Why not? So, I do love those. I think they're a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Right, let's go up. We've got, oh, look at this. Shaquem, thank you. So, Seth rocking that Selena garb. So, there we go. That might have been where he got his inspiration from. Kid behind the camera said, most girls want to check your phone to see if you're cheating. Mine just wants to make sure I'm not ordering food when she's asleep. And the reason why I included that joke is because Paul Heyman retweeted it. Paul Heyman retweeted that. So I was like, oh man, I'm definitely going to include that. Right. Let's whoosh this in and let's play this, shall we? Is it going to fit in on this one? It might do. Let's whoosh that. There it is.
Live on submission, ready to each other ahead of tomorrow. The key to victory. What would you say? Can you go first?
We got to win. But see, if I could give her, I would tell you just kick them all in the balls. But you can't do that.
Can't do that. Yeah, anything goes. It just won't work. They'll just look at me and then they could punch me in the face.
Well, surely you can at least shock them with that, and then stuck there. That's a hell of a kick.
And Becky, what advice do you have for KO? What advice would you give each other right now here, live on submission, ready to each other?
In case you missed it, there's a bit here where he says, look, what you need to do is kick him in the balls. Becky said, that won't work. My foot will just get stuck. And he's like, your foot will get stuck.
It just won't work. They'll just look at me and then they could punch me in the face.
Well, surely you can at least shock them with that, and then stuck there. That's a hell of a kick.
And Becky, what advice do you have for KO?
Look at them, actually, proper corpses.
What advice would you give each other?
Brilliant.
Right now?
I love that. I absolutely love that. That really did make me laugh earlier. So, a big thank you for that. So that was from Cynthia. Right, look at this. So Eric said, call The Rock. When you flush at a friend's house and the water starts rising. So a nice fun meme there. I was thinking, call Ambrose. Don't people call him the plumber? So I'd be calling Dean Ambrose, see if he could come round and help if this situation happens. When you flush at a friend's house and the water starts... Look at his face. Water starts rising. Look at this, Jeff! Apparently this dude was on NXT. Spread cheeks, not hate. I mean, honestly, that deserves to be a hashtag, doesn't it? Spread cheeks. Not hate. So, Jeff, good work. Good work. Love this. We said about this being a meme, and of course it's botched eye surgery. So here we've got Logan desperately trying to work out his chances. So he's got a 33 and a third chance, 75% plus the 66 and the 66%. He's gone full on Scott Steiner math. Full on Scott Steiner math. So absolutely brilliant. Love that meme. Excellent work. I'm telling you, like this, it just screamed that it could be a meme. You could do so much fun stuff with it. Dead Man Talking, shout out to you, said, for the meme folder, I may need this if you do wear Speedos for WrestleMania 40. Me So Horny. Look at that, a picture of Sting holding a shirt that says Me So Horny that Sting has then signed. Wild. Meme Queen, again, if you're looking for a meme, that could be a good one to use, couldn't it? And here we go. Yeah, John Cena says, come and watch me celebrate Teabagging Tuesday. There it is. There's the payoff. I made you wait 34 minutes, but there's the payoff. I still, if I click this, get a message saying that the connection is not secure. I cannot view his profile. I have no idea what's on. I don't know what Teabagging Tuesday looks like, and don't you dare send me any pictures, right? Suggesting what that could be, right? I am not interested, right? But I did wonder what John Cena was putting up. But I will never know, because my internet won't allow me to see. Right, one more folder to go, and then we're going to send this baby home. There's a lot in there. Right, Big E just said, please appreciate my goats while you still got them in and out the ring. They are the best. I get the honor of calling them my brothers. So just talking about the New Day, that was nice. Shaquem, thank you. Eric, thank you. As Rikishi just teases a bit more blood, maybe could be joining. He is such a troll, though. You really can't take what he's saying too literally. You got to take it with a massive pinch of salt. He constantly is churning out stuff, so thought I would include it just in case. Blood ... right? But you know, pinch of salt. Wrestling World said The Undertaker said he's unsure about who the current locker room leader is, right? I thought this was interesting. I wasn't going to include that because it didn't really feel strong enough. But then Samantha responded, Samantha Irvin, Natalia. So there we go. Natalia is the current locker room leader. I actually think it's Randy Orton, you know. I think that's the real answer. But I do like Natalia as an answer, to be honest. And she probably is for the women, in all fairness. She probably is the locker room leader for the women. Right, according to sources, that Drew has not re-signed. So BWE came out and said that they had heard that Drew had re-signed. PW Insider then came out and said that he hadn't. So there was all this conflicting news that was doing the rounds today. It was really bizarre. Really bizarre. So WrestleMania saying that they'd even deleted their previous tweet with information from Better Wrestling Experience. So not a good day for Better Wrestling Experience at the moment. But they're saying they've heard that he's re-signed. PW Insider saying that, according to their sources, he hasn't. So, Dara's fan, thank you. Yeah, this was it here. Look, Boozer reporting that Drew has re-signed. So, there, look, someone said, what are the odds that Drew re-signs? And Boozer said, I have been told months ago he signed. I have no further update. Also, he says, y'all think Mr. Punk is good to ref Seth's match at WrestleMania 40? I don't know if that is Better Wrestling Experience teasing something or genuinely just asking a question. I don't know. You know what these journalists are like, you know, the people that leak this information, they like to be cryptic for some reason. Rather than just coming out and just telling us what they know, they're all cryptic with GIFs and all this kind of stuff. So here he just says, y'all think Mr. Punk is good to ref Seth's match at WrestleMania 40? I don't know. Are you telling me that's what's going to happen? Or are you asking me a question? So I don't know the answer to that. I don't know. It would indicate that is maybe a direction we could go. But again, cryptic. Right, here we've got Kevin Nash. So Venom Unleashed, thank you. What I said was, I'm a WWE guy. I can't have a picture of me in the crowd at AEW and underneath it say All Elite. I just can't have that. One of my closest effing friends is Paul Levesque. So, you know, Kevin Nash would love to be there for Sting's last match, but he just can't be shown in the crowd. He just can't have, like, you know, he's too close with Triple H. I do understand that, to be honest. I do understand that. James, shout out to you. WWE filed a lawsuit against Texas Attorney General. Apparently, the guy in Texas wants to release information about how much Texas had to pay for a certain show. And apparently WWE is saying, no, that information is confidential. Because if you want a show now, WWE wants certain guarantees, they want certain tax breaks, and they want certain financial sweeteners, and you know what I mean, if they're going to bring their show to you, a big show to you, you've got to make it worth their while. And Texas look like they're going to reveal how much they paid, and WWE do not want that to happen. I don't know actually if we've got the information in here, but it did also come out from that TKO financial information that WWE had paid $20 million to MLW. MLW sued WWE because they claimed that WWE had stopped them from getting a TV deal. And I think it was settled out of court, and I think the number has been revealed to be $20 million that WWE paid. Wrestling World CC said Naomi's phone was crushed during her flight back from... Oh, that is messed up, innit? Look at that phone. That is messed up, mate. So she said she's pretty gutted because her pictures and everything was on. So that is awful, to be honest. I do feel sorry for her. Getting a new phone's nothing for Naomi, but the pictures, you know, I do feel sorry for her on that. So Harry Van Vliet, thank you. Lovely picture here of Carrion and Scarlett. They've shared a few pictures today of them in South Korea. But yeah, this was a nice one. This is a really cool shot, actually. So Harry, again, thank you. Oh, God, this is so interesting. So this is not going to happen anytime soon, but TNA want to go live. The idea is to go live every Thursday, and Full Sail University is one of the places that they've spoken about. That would be amazing. Full Sail is where NXT used to be filmed. So if TNA were to go live, that'd be great for them. And Full Sail, I think, would be a fantastic venue. I really do, because I've got so much love for Full Sail. To actually see another company go in there and run a wrestling show there, that would be sick. That would be really, really... I would love for that to happen. I would love for that to happen. Right, Mark said, you want something for Unseen? Well, here it is. You know that site I told you that had the broken Cody Peck pop? Well, they've also got this. It reminds me of someone. I can't say who, but look at that. Look, Sting mask. Could you imagine if everyone in the crowd for his final match was wearing that? It's intense, isn't it? It's really intense. So, yeah, I'd love it if the whole crowd just had them on. That would be amazing. Right, there we go. 20 million settlement. So, Alex, thank you. This been reported from Fightful. We know where that came from. Harry, again, thank you. This was The Undertaker. There's not much to this. He just thanks the people of Perth for coming out to see his One Man Dead show. And apparently he did it in a prison. Is inside of like that is like a cell. It's all brick and brick ceiling, and it's all like a dark kind of cellar kind of a vibe. And apparently he did it there. So yeah, crazy. Right, Maurice, shout out to you, bud. TKO was asked. I didn't quite get this answer, right? In fact, should we whoosh it? Because this is quite a big one, I think. Let's go. Here we go. So TKO was asked about WWE NXT Europe and whether or not Netflix international distribution would affect that. Nick Khan said a global localized product has been a priority, and Netflix helps with that. He says to look for more local stars from those markets as they expand tryouts to some international areas. He doesn't comment on NXT Europe specifically. That's probably not a good sign. So more local stars in local markets, more tryouts, but no word about NXT Europe, which we've been waiting for years. You know, they said that was the reason why they stopped NXT UK, was because NXT Europe was on the way. I think a lot of us didn't believe that, and I didn't believe that. But, yeah, no sign of it. I just really don't know what's happening. This takeover purchase by TKO may mean that this stream is dead. I'm not sure. Johnny Gargano with a Regeneration X shirt, so don't know if that's gone up to WWE shop or if he's just considering it. Zoheb, thank you. Here, look, Hayden tagging me in this. Michael Cole had a legendary career before signing with WWE. Michael Cole was a journalist for CBS Radio, and he spent 9 months covering the Yugoslavian Civil War. So I knew he had been a war reporter, but he spent 9 months covering the Yugoslavian Civil War for CBS Radio, and there's a picture of him. Look at that. Amazing, isn't it? Amazing. Right, Julia. Yeah, this is crazy. I'm going to whoosh this in. It made me laugh. When I translated it, it made me laugh. So here, look, it says, free like a bird. This is Julia, who we were expecting to come to NXT. Free like a bird. It's Julia. I don't know why that tickles me so much, but I love it. I think it's like because she started by saying something and then, like, I don't know, did she remember that she hadn't introduced herself? She goes, free like a bird. It's Julia, as free as a bird. So there we go. Julia is leaving Stardom and is believed to be on her way to a new promotion. I don't know if you've got any other pictures of Julia at all. An image maybe there. We got, that's not Julia. I wondered if we might have, there's Julia from behind. I was hoping for a nice image of Julia. There we go. Listen, we're really hoping that this girl finds her way to WWE. She is one of the top female talents in the world, so she's free as a bird. It's Julia. So there we go. That did make me laugh. Jordan, thank you. Look at this. Dave in real life. Tagging in Jake the Snake. One of your childhood favorites is back. I'm signing them now at Jake the Snake shop. You can get a signed Jake, what's it called? Brothers Gador. Don't know what that is. But yeah, these buddies signed. They're not the same as the originals that you can see on the right, but very cool and signed. Amazing. First we feast this week, so I think actually Wednesday, and John Cena hasn't told me what the Wednesday is. I daren't think about it, right? We know about Teabagging Tuesday. So Seth and Becky are going to be on Hot Ones. So whoever eats the most wings loses. Huh? Tell the truth or suffer the wrath. Oh, right. So you have to tell the truth. And if you don't tell the truth, if you're not willing to tell the truth, you take a bite. And the person that eats the most, the one that refuses to tell the truth, they end up losing. So who will come out on top? So it is going to be Seth versus Becky, February 28th. That should be a lot of fun. That should be good. Oh, and here's the last one. Yeah. Now, I didn't get it, you know. I wonder why I didn't get it. So here's Mansoor. I'm going to tell you about this, right? It's a bit of a rubbish one to end on this, actually, because it's all really like political and heavy, and I don't like ending on those. But Mansoor said, publicly supporting Palestine will get you fired, but taunting a serviceman who made the ultimate sacrifice to protect the murder and maiming of tens of thousands of children is completely acceptable. Got it. Now, what he's referring to is quite a controversy today, right? This is Paul Heyman. So let me search Paul Heyman. And I'm not interested, right, in the politics of this, all right? It's horrific. Everything that's going on is horrific. So the last thing I want is the chat to be turned into, you know, a big brawl. I wonder if he's deleted it, or is it still there? Or has he deleted it? Oh, he might have deleted it, you know. He might have handling business for the bloodline. What's Heyman doing in the background? I wouldn't live in Philly. There's the Bully Ray one that we spoke about. I really enjoyed his short stints. Take your name out of the mouth. Paul Heyman having 2 phones. I think he's deleted it, you know, and it's probably right that he did. There's the retweet of Kid behind the camera. Yeah, he's deleted it. So basically someone got in touch with him to say that Paul Heyman was trending higher than apparently someone, a politician, that had set themselves on fire and had actually, I believe, passed away as a result. And Paul Heyman was trending higher than that person. So they were like, you're trending higher than someone that set themselves on fire. And Heyman's response was, well, we set the ratings on fire every week and you can tune in this Friday. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was very dismissive of a very serious matter that had took place. Now, I don't know if he really read that initial tweet. I really don't know. I don't know quite if he thought it was a good idea to send that and he just didn't care. Maybe he didn't read it. But there has been outrage on that like all day. I've seen people coming out and I thought I had put the tweet in, and you know what? I bet I did. I bet I did put the tweet in, but by looking at it, it looks like it's now been deleted. So it's been deleted by him. But yeah, that definitely did upset some people today, which is a shame. I mean, there's really no need for that. There's no real need to do that, you know? So it's a bit of a downer though, isn't it? I wish we weren't ending on that. Should we have a look, see what I've been tagged in live, and we'll see if there's any good stuff that maybe we could end on a high with. So this is my notifications. We can look together and we can see if anything good's come through, please. Here we go. Real Kyle. Roman Reigns, iPhone 15 Pro. The Rock, iPhone 14. Oh, look at this live. Live, we're looking at notifications. Right, so look at that. For some reason, The Rock doesn't get the proper respect. Nobody, Drew McIntyre. Oh, this is a classic, isn't it? Boom! Look at that, she took his head off. That's better. That's better. This is better. I want to play devil's advocate. I'm looking for clips, really. Looks like Johnny Gargano was at NXT. Huh? Johnny was at NXT tonight. Well, there we go. Well, this, I mean, I think he does live there. So, yeah, look at this. Johnny is apparently at NXT, or was there tonight. That's pretty cool, isn't it? There we go. That's what we want to end on. I wonder if Tommaso was there as well. If Johnny's there, well, you know, maybe he wasn't, but here we go. Look, his pose. Oh, look at the kids. Oh, that's better, isn't it? That's better. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Appreciate the support as always. And I will see you again next time. Bye for now.